Welcome back to The Right Gun. For those new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Help me grow this channel and the community. Today, I am finally ready to do a review and recommendation of my Shadow Systems CR920P. If you've watched my other Shadow Systems videos, you know that I started looking at Shadow Systems because I like the Glock 43X. It was time for me to replace my Glock 43X, which had thousands and thousands of rounds through it, but I wanted some upgrades that the Glock 43X didn't have and the Shadow Systems did provide. First, let's talk about what you get. You get the standard Shadow Systems range bag, which is nice, nothing special. Black, says Shadow Systems on it. Comes with some magazine pouches, but the Shadow Systems CR920P comes with everything you see here. This is the War Poet edition, so it has the Holosun 507 kilo optic on it. It comes with 2 magazines and the tools you see here. I should mention this is the base plate for the flush fit 10-round magazine you see here, but I did put the pinky extension on because I have fat hands and I liked the extension for the pinky overhang. The second magazine is the extended 13-round magazine. It seats very nicely and is very comfortable in the hand. It does not move while firing. And Shadow Systems does provide this punch tool for detachment and reattachment of the compensator on the barrel. This is a quick and easy detach, reattach. I will demonstrate this later in the video, but I also did a video on my 60-second gunsmith short series of the detach and reattach, so check that out if you have not already. And last but not least, it also comes with a Holosun adjustment tool. And that adjustment tool is for the Holosun 507 kilo, which comes on the War Poet edition. This is a good optic, a lot of features, holds at 0 really well. I think it's a very capable optic, and I think it's a good addition to this overall package. Now we're going to look at the magazines. We're going to start with the flush fit 10-round magazine. I put the pinky extension on this. I just like the feel of it. The flush fit magazine base plate comes attached, so you have to change that out. But here's the look of it. Here's the feel of it. Your pinky is a tad bit smashed, but does not affect accuracy or grip. I really like this, and I like it for carry. You can really conceal this on a small framed person. Now we're going to take a look at the extended 13-round magazine. I really do like this magazine as well, and here's why. They did a very good job with the magazine and the magwell marriage, and what I mean by that is this magazine, the extended magazine, does not move. There are some other platforms where if you have an extended magazine in there, you can feel it move, especially because it becomes part of your grip. Shadow Systems does not allow that, or at least on the CR920. This thing is locked in there tight. You do not feel it move as you expend a round and as the slide cycles the next round. So that is a very, very good piece of engineering there. That is a solid grip. You can death grip this thing and you will not cause a misfeed. So that is a huge bonus in my book for such a small platform. Now we're just going to take a quick look over the texturing and the stippling all over the gun, so especially the handle, forward on the frame, and forward of the trigger well where I like to rest my finger when I shoot. That's just me. With larger hands, you can see how tight the slide catch is next to the frame, so if you are riding high on the gun, like I do, your thumb can press in on that, so just be aware. I don't find it a problem, but some people do, and I have seen some reviews where the slides are locking back or not locking forward, so just keep that in mind. Just take a quick look at the Holosun here. I'm going to turn it on so you can see where the dot is in relation to the front and rear sights. So again, because there's no base plate in there, you can aim through this thing accurately with the dot on or off. The optic does not obstruct the physical sights, and you don't need suppressor height sights. Last but not least, I bought a Shadow Systems lightly blemished barrel. First off, lightly blemished barrels, they don't affect accuracy. They just say there's blemishment on there. I can't find the blemishment. It looks fantastic. It shoots fantastic. but it is half the cost of a, non-blemished barrel. I will carry with the shorter barrel in there. I will not carry with the comp. That's just me. So some of you are going to ask, why did you buy the compensated version? Don't know. Just wanted to try it. And, here we are. I'll put it in sometimes, but day to day when I carry, it will be with the shorter barrel. All right, very quickly, we are going to show you how to remove the compensator from the barrel. It is very quick. You begin with just your standard breakdown of the weapon. And as always, safety first, you will notice that I physically and visually inspected that there was nothing in the magazine well, and there was no round in the chamber, and there's no ammo anywhere near the work area. So slide the barrel forward. You're going to use the punch provided by Shadow Systems, and you're going to insert that into the detent area on the compensator. This process is just a bit tedious. It's not hard. So you use the detent punch. Once you get it into the detent area, you press it in, you'll feel it depress, and then you just rotate the punch down in a clockwise motion, and the compensator opening will slide open. Again, not hard, just kind of tedious until you get the feel of it the first couple times. And so just for comparison, we're going to put the lightly blemished barrel, regular size barrel, if you will, next to the compensated barrel, just so you can see the difference. Reassembly is just that, not going to go into it, but you just insert the new barrel. It's a drop-in barrel, no change needed. Functions check, you're ready to go. As stated earlier, this is the configuration that I will be carrying. I do not like the compensated version for carrying. It's fun at the range, but again, for concealed carried, this is what I prefer. I would like to generate that conversation though, so if you carry with the compensator on there, let me know. Let's start that discussion. I'm sure you guys will tell me why I'm wrong, but that would be a good discussion. All right, just for good measure, I'm going to show you what the non-compensated version looks like with the flush fit 10-round magazine and the extended 13-round magazine, just so you can say that you saw what it looked like in the compensated versus non-compensated. All right, we're going to take one last look at the front and rear sight posts through the hollow sun, which will not be turned on. I just want you to see that your aim will not be obstructed. You have a clear field of vision to use the front and rear sights through the hollow sun, even if it is not turned on. All right, now let's get this thing out and get some lead downrange. First, you will see me shoot with the compensated barrel. Then I will do a quick change, and we will shoot with the non-compensated barrel. So here are some thoughts on the Shadow Systems CR920P and just the CR920 in general, because as I said, I will not carry with the compensator on the barrel. I will put the shorter flush fit barrel, if you will, on the platform when I carry. I'm not sure that I would recommend the Shadow Systems, at least this Shadow Systems gun, for a new or first time gun buyer. The break-in period is 200 rounds, and even after 200 rounds, continue to have some issues with cycling. I just think that someone who wants a gun where they can reliably trust right out of the gate, something like a CZ, M&P Shield, or even a Glock, those are kind of no fuss, no muss guns. They eat pretty much everything that you throw in front of them, and you don't have any issues. So, take that with a grain of salt. Again, tell me why I'm wrong in the comments on this, but I think the Shadow Systems guns are not ones for, the first-time gun buyer or the novice. As far as recoil on this one, I put it in the noticeable recoil because the CR920 is very light, even with the compensator on it. I really couldn't tell the difference between the compensated barrel and the non-compensated barrel, but it wasn't what I would consider a smooth shooter. Again, this is all subjective. So I put recoil as noticeable. For me, it's not an issue. It does not, affect me one bit. I wouldn't call it snappy, definitely. But there are some people who just are very, very sensitive to recoil. They want a heavier gun with less recoil. This one, I just had to go with my gut on this and put noticeable recoil. Again, not snappy, but definitely not what I would consider a smooth shooter. It shot very, very flat, as you can see with the compensator on it. There is very little muzzle flip, so the compensator is doing its job there. No argument about that. As soon as it turns away,